It is exciting. Another time, oh, we're here. We're live. Really? It's the time. Yes, it's another exciting edition of your program. The program that you really love. You love it. I love it. We all love it, and it's good. It is the flip side with the ambassador of truth. Yes, on the show we have to analyze, look, expand, expatiate, differentiate, and characterize the things that are happening around the world, from the local scene here and to the international scene over there. It all depends on which side of the divide you are. Where are you? Are you here or you are there? Online, offline, or any other language? Yes, we're learning Paris Passou. It is the flip side. We have so many things here lined up for today's episode. Many things happening. I'm surprised at the things that we hear, the things that we read. I'm wondering, did it ever happen? Yes, it happened. It's in the news, making the rounds and making the rounds. So we'll come back. We're going to short break. When we come back, we'll check into the news and find out, did it ever happen? Let us get ready to expatiate on the flip side with the ambassador. Don't go anywhere. We're right back. I remember growing up in a particular place in a part of Zion, and while we were there, we heard the song. Growing up as a little boy, there were two little black birds sitting on the wall. One named Peter, one named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back. We heard about birds that fly. Every bird flies. Every time you see a bird that is very close to anybody at all, by the time you go with gestures, they are naturally ordained to fly because they fly away. But when the birds refuse to fly, even with the shaking together, shaking, and they refuse to fly, there is something that is the matter. Something is the matter. It is not just in a particular place, but in several places, the birds refuse to fly. I'm talking about none other than the pigeons that were used in the celebration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day here in Nigeria. What happened? Yes, on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria got to a point where he had to release the birds. The pigeons represent peace. Peace in Nigeria. Yes, represent peace, and it is done in remembrance of all of the heroes of the past. And when he got to the point, he got there and he released the birds. They refused to fly. He shook it. They did not fly. He went there, released, fly. They said, no, we fly not. We are not going anywhere. And the birds remained. Hey, how come the birds are not flying? The birds did not fly. Not just in Abuja, but in some parts of the country. All of the birds entered the town hall. Okay, sorry, I've seen the bulk SMS. Yes, they said they entered the town hall meeting and they said any bird that will fly, if they catch that bird, the bird, they will denounce the bird from the animal kingdom. So all the birds remain put. I thought that, of course, of a truth, you could fly. But one thing I've come to find out, if the birds were in the right environment and they were listening to the right songs, wouldn't they have flown? Songs like, I'm flying, I'm flying on eagle's wings. Yes, the pigeons were flying on eagle's wings, but these ones refused. Imagine flying, they just were like, we're not going anywhere. Ha! It is a serious matter. So the birds, please, I'm sending bulk SMS out to all of you. And also in the animal kingdom, especially this side of Zion, please fly. fly, please. We say you should fly. I said you should fly. The ambassador says you should. Now, things happen also that it is said that what a man sows, he will reap. You will not sow beans and reap up yam or cassava or even plantain. Whatever you sow, you put on the ground, you water it, you everything, it will germinate and come out to the open. It will come out to the open. Suddenly, you cannot hide about it. Yes, something happened. Still in Nigeria. Something happened of recent and we heard. Hello? Yes? Is it true? Really? Yes, it happened. Something happened in Abuja where a very, very famous, notorious kidnapper looked for around the world, looked for by the police, was kidnapped. A kidnapper was kidnapped. Sorry, did I get that right? A kidnapper was napped by the kid. Sorry, okay. There was a napping somewhere. A kid was kidnapper or a napper was kidnapped. And suddenly, he had to pay a ransom for $3,300, estimated at 1.6 million naira. What happened, sir? Hello, sir. What happened? When you were being kidnapped, you didn't tell them something. Did you express yourself, sir? Did you tell them who they are? Why? Did not tell them? The famous kidnapper, Amadu, was kidnapped by another unknown kidnapper whose name was Babu Buba. He collected the ransom. And I wonder what would have transpired. I just imagine the scenario. Hey, hold yourself. Hey, don't go. Don't go. Hey, hold yourself. Come on. Enter the car. And he entered. And he said, who are you? How would I have expressed himself? Like, I'm a kidnapper. He did not say the word esprit de corps. Esprit de corps means that we are in the same field. You should have esprit de corps. Nothing. He just kept quiet. And he paid 1.6 million. For what? Who does that? Hey, Bella, hold up. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. And that was the story as said by the PRO of the police in Nigeria. Mr. Frank Mba said that, and I was surprised. You have to be very careful. Whatsoever a man soweth, he shall reap. So what are you reaping? We're going to be reaping the break now. And we'll come back, we'll sow a break, and anything, we'll go on the break, we'll reap, come back. We'll come back with what we're doing. Remember, it is still the flip side with the ambassador. Many stories to see, go through. So, hold up, don't go anywhere. Don't change that. We'll be right back.
Many people long for success. They desire to do something with their lives, to make a difference in society, to become famous, or to become great. We all have the want to move from ordinary to extraordinary, to make the leap from good to great, to turn the seed of greatness that is in us into a fruitful field, and to fulfill the call of God upon our lives. From Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome comes this new and riveting book, The Power of Your Mind. Do you want to do something extraordinary with your life? See, God has given you an excellent tool to use in your journey of greatness. It is called your mind. Learn how to walk in divine excellence through the power of a renewed mind. Get your copy of The Power of Your Mind today.
Hold on. Are you still there? You move, I move you. You shout, I shout. You scream, I scream. You laugh, I also do laugh. Yes. Welcome back, and it is still the flip side with the ambassador. Things happen. You know, when you are starting as a child, you have dreams, aspirations. We watched the movies, we saw so many things, and every movie character we saw, we wanted to be that person, wanted to be that one. And at the tender age of 5, I remember I wanted to be a policeman, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be, everything I saw based on the movies that I was seeing on the screen at the time. And here in Africa, there was a little guy that at the age of 5, he was still, I'm sure, still somewhere, suddenly, and a man entered into office. Yes, I'm talking about in Uganda. Yes, the president, Yoweri Museveni, entered into office since 1986. Yes, you heard that right. And they had an election just recently, had an election, and his opposition was none other than Mr. Bobby Wine. It was a reggae artist. Yes, man, say, boy, yo, man. We are Bobby Wine in the place now. Come back again, come back again, come back again. From the singing of the reggae, man. The man went into politics, and he had been a congressman and now vying for the position of the president. And it wasn't funny. He gathered all of the young people and everything was going right until I just wondered if he was 5 years old when the president, Yoweri Museveni, was there. Where was I in 1986? I think I need to find out from my dad. Sorry, hold on, please. Hello? Hello, Daddy? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Do you remember 1986, sir? Yes, Daddy, yes. Which class was I, sir? When Yoweri Museveni was president, sir? Oh, hey! Okay, sir, so thank you, sir. I'll get back to you, sir. Shocking. I was, and the boy was 5 years old at the time when you were president. And now you are still president and you refuse to let go. Let them fly. Let the young people fly. If they are going to be flying on eagle's wings, it's time to fly. Allow them to fly. Suddenly after the election, there's so many rancor and the opera and every, things are happening. And now there is a house, there's an house arrest. They put him under house arrest. Mr. Bobby Wine is under house arrest. Under house arrest. And Mr. Bobby Wine has asked everyone around, the international bodies, please come help me. Come, hello, everybody there. But I want to tell you, Mr. Bobby Wine, just remember, just hold on, don't let go. Be confident of who you are. Remember, it's not only you that decided way back, even in the Bible. The prophet Elijah was surrounded, house arrest. Yes. He started it was there in the Bible, house arrest. He kept him there. Suddenly he told his servant Gehazi, greater are those with us than they that be with them. The servant was not happy. He didn't know. He said, Lord opened his eyes and he saw. Mr. Bobby Wine, don't worry. They will fly after all. Yeah, man. No matter what you're going, you're going to fly, man. In that place where you are, even in the house, you can see be the president there. I salute your loyalty to your people. Yes, man. No matter what I'm going. And also somewhere around the world. And this one, I think I like to take Chinese tea. Permit me to say, as shocking that it will ever be, when you take a cup of tea, you will calm, your nerves are really relaxed. As you can see, I'm smiling because yes, everything looks very, very good. Just at the time when everything gets better, you hear some news that, BAM! What? Are you serious? It was said in a province in China that a set of ice cream flavors had the coronavirus. would we not hear in this country or around the world? Are you serious? We all know already that there's a pandemic, and suddenly we are hearing everything. But should you not come down to the point where you say boxes of ice cream tests positive for coronavirus? Ice cream. Also, there's an ice cream, and we also hear that cow also tested positive for corona. If there's negative, there's positive. Where do we go to? Where? Ice cream. Now they will tell us ice cream. Look, just look at that. Look at how great the ice cream looks. It looks so great. How? You sip it. You sip. Now they're telling us that the sipping is testing positive. I refuse to be moved. I refuse to follow that thing. I will not be moved. A little thing. Greater is he that is in me. For what? Ice cream. You can't do that to me now. No. Ice cream. So if you are saying ice cream is testing positive, the cow is testing positive, the goats are testing positive, so you want to just walk away like that? Clothes, our shoes, our wristwatches. If you are telling us to be distant from people, now you have to now be distancing from take it easy. Take it easy. Reduce the volume of your words. For what? Reduce the volume of your testing. Reduce the testing apparatus. Change your apparatus. Yes, change it. What? Don't let me. So you mean that ice cream has got DNA? It's a food for thought. A thought for the food. But while you're thinking about the food and the food for the thought, let's think about a break. And we're going to break. And when we come back, we'll talk more concerning things happening in the international scene. Remember, it is still the Flip Side with the ambassador. Don't go nowhere. Let's keep checking. Welcome back to the Flip Side with the ambassador. We've talked about so many things. We're still on it. As a child, I remember that I used to drive. I drove cars, I drove machines, I drove planes, I drove everything. I was a good driver, pilot, online, offline. I drove in the sea. You could check me out in my dreams. I used to go like, hey, check me out now. Yo. I drove with one hand, everything. No, sorry. Did I obey the rules? Yes, I did that. Sorry, I obey the rules. Of course, I obey the rules. No, I'm a law-abiding citizen, both online and on the other side, Even in my dreams, I used to obey the rules. But have you ever been in a place where you are driving and you are not too sure of the road, and suddenly you have to now check, pause, hold on, and you check your GPS to give you direction. Some of the GPS phones and devices that we have will tell you after 3 kilometers, turn right. In 200 meters, turn left. And all of the things giving you the direction you're going, and suddenly, I remember driving one day and suddenly my GPS direction took me to a particular place. I was wondering, where am I? Who sent me here? Where am I? And suddenly it happened. In India, a particular guy, a driver, and 3 other persons were driving. And because it was night, he wasn't too familiar with the road, and he had to check the GPS. And the GPS gave him all of the directions and took him into a dam. Yes, a dam. Yes. The GPS, according to reports, the GPS took them directly into the dam, and it is normally said that the dam had a lot of things that are going on. It is always under repairs every 6 months. Every 6 months is under repairs, and after the 6 months, already 3 months afterwards, or the 6 months, they release water. So the water is released to the road. So people that are not familiar with it always go there. And this man and his set of people that were all together in the car were directed by the GPS, and it took them there. GPS. How many times did I call you? How many times did I call you? Once will I speak and twice will you hear. Stop this joke. Stop it. Stop it. You have sent, what is it? You sent me I was going this way. That's how I was the other day. I was meant to be going to the island. I saw myself at Binore Road. Why? Put things in rest. Put people well. Guide us well. Apparently, the report says that the GPS was not updated with what was happening. That is why in this year of preparation, you need to be updated. Update your software. Only with the word of God that is never, ever outdated. The word of God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. If you need direction in life properly, follow the GPS of life. That is the word of God, not the GPS of man that's not updated. For what? Update yourself and be careful, GPS. I'm warning you, this will be the last time when next you hear that somebody needs your direction. Give him proper direction, or else. Many things are happening, and it's true. And finally, for our news today, are you aware that the first ever bank robbery in the United States of America that went south, what I mean went south, that went the other way, the robber collected the money from the bank, stole the money, went back into the bank to deposit the money. Who does that? So in going back to deposit the money, he was recognized. Voila, you look like, was it not you? Are you not? And that was back then in America. We moved over the lands and the seas, the deep blue seas, the mountains, and now something happened, yes, in the United Kingdom. A set of guys went into a particular house to get to rob, and suddenly one of the burglars had his phone or at his back pocket, and he sat and was conversing, and they were all talking and trying to rob everybody and do everything. Suddenly his phone dialed the speed dial, or what we call the Madison number of the police. And the police heard all of his conversations while they were talking. Just imagine, the police had picked up the call, they dialed 999, and suddenly the police began to hear, "Hey, say that, get it. I need a bag now. Give me a bag in it. Give me everything in it. Give me all in it, and give me this in it. And now move it. Come back here. Lie down. Do all this." And the police just began to record, and through the GPS technology, they came and they were arrested. And the police said that these guys were the world's unluckiest burglars. How can you have your phone dial the police while you are doing the thing you are doing? Why? Why? That means that you should not steal. The scripture says, let him that steals steal no more, but rather he should find something with his hands to do, that he will have something to be a blessing to others. So, henceforth, if your hands cannot dial the right things and you are dialing the police while you're doing this, I'm sure after you come out from prison, there will be a recreational mindset. Let there be a transformation in your mind. Let him that steals steal no more, but you find something to do with his hands. Get to do something with your hand. After all, if you are like the tree that is planted by rivers of waters, whatsoever thing you do it shall prosper. How do you want to prosper? Let's ensure we prosper. Yes, don't steal. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. And like we always do, we always end our show with a flip video of the week. And I'm so excited to show you this. Watch this. Hold on. What did I just say? Sorry. No, take it back. Start again. What? Amazing. Wow. Where do these people come from? Where do this happen? Now you're unlocking you're unlocking where you were kept and you're coming out. The Bible says we had donkeys talk. We had all of these things happen, and you are now doing this in this time. Oh my! I'm sure the housekeeper was not there because it can only no. It can. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it can only be at the other side of Zion, not in this side of Zion where we are. If you try it. And that has been our show for today. Remember, all you need to do is you can also be a part of the show by sending us your videos. Ensure that every video you have, or you send a clip to us, ensure that it is clean, is decent, and it is very, very interesting. We'd like to hear what's happening around you and every part of the world where you are. Please send us a video and send it to the address that is on the screen and also on LXP. We're going to find out what it is, and I can tell you, your video could be next. Your video truly could be next. And that is a wrap for us today. On the flip side, with the ambassador, remember, the recap of everything is already there. Don't worry. Enjoy yourself. But remember, you can be the best. Keep winning and never, ever, ever look back. I remain the ambassador. See you at the other side. Love you.